Hey, Nick. That was pretty good. I was like sitting here like making sure everything looked all right, and I saw the stream or the chat move, and I was like, "What?" It was you. Um, playing some balloons, I see. Audio sounds good. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let me share the stream with a few people that might be interested. Yeah, you gotta keep typing. You gotta keep typing. You gotta keep that number one. Um, okay, there we go. Looking good, looking good. Um, I'm sure he'll be here shortly. I'm sure Aiden will be here shortly. I hope at least. Hey, be nice. Be nice to Aiden. Okay. I believe OBS is on live chat. Nice. Good to go. All right. I believe we're good. The YouTube studio is saying that there's no current viewers, but I know that there is because you're here, so that's a little weird. Maybe it just hasn't updated yet. Um, so last ZA Legendary Shiny Hunt tonight. Unfortunately, based on our research, this one's a little not like lame, but I don't know. Less, what's it called? A little less visually stimulating than the others. Um, Although, I guess most of what we're doing is just talking here anyway. So yeah, we're hunting for Virizion, the last of the Swords of Justice, minus Keldeo, but that's like a little different. You want to put in your guess, Nick? How long is it going to take for us to get it? Hoid Core. Let's start calling you by your username. Same odds, 1 in 575. So, but here, this one, I got to explain this one a little to you. It's a little different. Because of where this Pokemon is positioned, which is where I'll show you in a second, the fastest way to like reset its spawn, which is how you shiny hunt it. Because if it's shiny, it won't despawn even if you walk away. Like once it's shiny, it'll stay. Okay. I'll give you a sec while I go find it. Once it's shiny, it'll stay. This Pokemon is called Sock, by the way. Kind of cool. That's like one of those like you can get someone by being like, "Oh, what's the name of this Pokemon?" But yeah, so this Pokemon that we're shiny hunting today is a little hard to see as much as you'd want to read. It's down there. See, it's green. So the method for this one is a little lame. And I'm going to show you it. Because you want to get it to reset. You want to get it to re-roll, basically. And once it's a shiny, it won't re-roll. Even if if we walk away and it would normally despawn if it's a shiny, it'll just spawn back in as shiny. So once it's a shiny, it's like safe from despawning, is how I'll put it. So the fastest way to get it to do that is to do this. I think it is, you come up to this lamppost, you run around it, you go and run around this one. So we can't even see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count every single one of these cycles around the lamppost. So I'll give you give or take 15 encounters. Because realistically, we might get it on encounter 2, but I won't see until I check, which might be a while later, like encounter 15 or so. You know what I mean? So I'll give or take, I'll say 15 encounters on your guess. It's a little bit of a lamer shiny hunt. It's a little less exciting because we don't get to see it every time. But realistically, we should get it way faster because these are really quick resets. So what's your guess with that? I hope that explanation kind of made sense. I'm going to say we get it. I think we get it quick. I think 100. I think we get it around 100. I'll just get it on this first little test run that I'm doing. We're going to go check it once the calorie count is down to about 25%. That's what I was recommended online. I was doing a little research beforehand. Yeah, I played Bloons till about 3, 4 a.m. last night. Just kind of leveling stuff up. I got all the way in the skill tree to where it gives me a free glue monkey at the start of every round because I'm a big fan of the glue monkey. He's my favorite so far. I feel like he's very, very useful. I think the soaking through balloon layer upgrade that you talked about isn't that good because the other two are it lasts longer. Check on 47, check on 502. It'll be there if the 502 check. Okay. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. Remind me when we get close, please. I'm not counting these encounters just because this is like a test. So we're going to go look now. I'm pretty sure that's how to do it. Yeah, but if it's slowing down, hear me out. If it's slowing down the balloons and the other... The upgrade you're potentially... There's 3 upgrade paths. One is the soaking through and causing the pops. The second one is hits multiple balloons, which you kind of need. You kind of absolutely need that one. And then it's glue lasts longer, and then eventually that goes to Moab glue. Normally, I'd hear you, but like the whole point of the glue gunner isn't to get kills, it's to slow things down so other stuff can do more damage. So if you're playing into your... I think I go 025. I think if you're playing into the strengths of the glue gunner, which isn't to get pops, it's to be support for the people that are getting pops, you need to play into his strengths, which is slowing stuff down, so you want to slow down for as much as possible. I literally, like, that thought process is, like, what I do when I build competitive Pokemon. Like, I'm like, okay, I could make it so I hit really hard, but is this what that Pokemon is supposed to do, or is it supposed to make it so my other teammates can hit harder? Like, there's no point in boosting, theoretically here, the attack of the Balloon Monkey when his whole point isn't doing damage. You're wasting your resources. In this case, you're skipping out on the path that you would need. You get what I mean? Maybe I'm missing something there. Obviously, you know more about the game than I do, but I've played Blue Monkey in every single round I've played so far. Good luck. Good luck. Here. Go. Okay. I think we're all good. Let's do it. Okay, this is the first real run. How quickly can I get over here? That was fast. Okay. Let's do this. Make sure my counter's working. Nice. Okay. This is one of the first... I've despite being a computer engineer now, there's been very few situations where I've wanted like a program or something that doesn't already exist. Making this little shiny increment counter. Those are the first ones. And it's not doing anything unique yet, because we're only shiny hunting one Pokemon at a time. But in the next shiny hunting streams, where we'll likely be shiny hunting more, it was custom made for situations like that, so I'm pretty proud. Hopefully it works then. I did a bit of stress testing earlier today, and it worked fine, so pretty stoked about that. It's cool to be like, hey, I'm good at this, and now I get to make my life at least slightly easier with it. Went to the mall for a Pokemon Go event today that you need multiple people for, and I think I was the only one there, so I didn't get to do it. But I got some Chipotle because I had a coupon for free guac. Just had that. It's pretty good. Have anything cool for dinner? Spaghetti leftovers, maybe? Was not the Wellington Mall, actually. I'd prefer not to say exactly where, as to not kind of dox me. But it wasn't the Wellington Mall. I live closer to another one. Yeah. Yeah, a little more expensive. Not a single store there where I could walk in and buy something for under $50. That mall. Your mom made Asian. Did she make the tacos that she made that one time we were up? Those were awesome. Protein shake. No, not tacos. Just like, what'd you make then? Just like stir fry? Yeah, they were great. Those were good. The enchiladas she made us were great when we visited. Just so you're aware, if our buddy Aiden shows up and asks you as well what your favorite Pokemon is, when we took that little quiz for you, Turtwig was your number one, I think. And then you liked Pick-a-Peck, I think was your second. If you want to look them up and see if that's still true. If you're watching this in the future, Aiden, so like after this has been posted as a VOD, Out of My Hand said his favorite Pokemon were Hydreigon and Toucannon. Two pretty cool Pokemon. If you show up later in the stream, I'll just tell you that. But give me a lot of run around lampposts. Our character's getting a little dizzy, I guess. Pretty sure this is working. Every source I had online was like, this is how you do it, so it should work. I'm excited. At this point, this Virizion hunt is kind of like a get it over with type of hunt. I think our next stream will be not Pokemon, but I just kind of want to, this is the last legendary hunt we have in this game. May as well do it. But our next shiny hunt, and it's probably going to be a multi-hunt, which is pretty exciting. I'm very excited for it. It's a Pokemon I've wanted shiny for a while. I've been hunting it for a while. I thought I'd start hunting it on stream, though, because my stream shiny hunting luck has been really good. It's never taken more than a single stream to get a shiny that we're hunting, so. At least if you ignore the Torchic, which was kind of like a side hunt anyway. To hang out my jumping spider a bit this morning. He's still a little too cautious to come out of his enclosure, but I had it sitting right next to me and it was open if he wanted to come check it out, and he kind of stood right by the entrance, so I think he was a little curious about what was going on. He was just sitting there staring at me. When I'd like move around and stuff, I'd see him like turn his head over and look at me. His big old eyes. I think we're gonna call him Majora. I think that's the name we're gonna go for. He's got a little Majora's mask in his cage, so. I put a cricket in there. He didn't seem super interested, so I took that out. Now where crickets are his favorite food, apparently, so. Alright, we're gonna go check Virizion. Nope, nothing yet. Okay, first reset. I was a little worried. Like, I thought he was going to be... I think he's starting to get comfortable with me. Not really enough to where I can handle him. Like, hold him and stuff. And, mess around with him. But he sat kind of right in front of the cage. Or right in front of his little terrarium for a while with the door open right next to me. And then I did even more to that point. He fell asleep right there. I saw him kind of sploot down. Take a little nap. So he's comfortable enough to sleep right next to me. So we're making progress. I read that you just kind of always... It's a good idea to, whenever you're going to be in a room for a while, during the day at least, to kind of have them around. That way they can kind of watch you and get used to your movements at least. I'd honestly, if I started stream a little earlier, I'd probably solve him out here, but he normally falls asleep around 7. And you can tell when they fall asleep, they kind of find a quiet little corner, and they kind of tuck all their legs in, and they go completely flat on the ground, and they don't move. It's pretty cute. Right now is probably one of my tarantulas just now waking up. I fed her a tarantula, or not a tarantula. I didn't feed my tarantula another tarantula. I fed my tarantula a cricket today, and she took that pretty quick. She's my like golden child right now. The jumping spider is a little picky with his food and a little finicky. But Jolene, my tarantula, is just, she sits in her web and she'll stick her head out the front door when she's hungry. I give her a cricket, she takes it and goes back in her web. So every morning, every now and then when I wake up, there'll be some dirt in her water dish, which means that she either went to get a drink or was doing some home cleaning and dumped the dirt or her trash in her water bowl like she normally does. So I know she's doing well in there. She seems very happy. She's eating well. Been about 7 or 8 months since her last molt, so we're probably getting close to another. Here's a cool little fact for you. Spiders shed their skin just like snakes do. Except it's even more, I'll say, like, vibrant. Like, snake sheds are, most of the time you can see through them. They're like pale and transparent, I think is the right word. I don't really know the difference between transparent and translucent. Nick, if you're here, Hoid Core, that'd be an awesome definition. I'm sure you know. Difference between transparent and translucent. But tarantula molts are basically like, I'll just look in there and it'll look like there's a second flatter tarantula in there. So it's pretty cool. Has all the little hair on it. The fangs are perfectly intact, which is pretty cool. It's a cool way to get a look at the fang. They're a little sharp, but I don't think there's any venom in them or anything. So you got to be a little careful not to hurt yourself, but not too bad. Even if there was, it's like a bee sting getting bit by Jolene. Not that I would know. She's never really gotten super defensive or anything with me, but yeah, Majora's my problem child, and Jolene is just perfect. She eats her food, she cleans up after herself. I do like with Majora though, his personality is like very vibrant. Like I'll have him sitting on the desk while I'm playing something, and I'll watch him. Something will happen on the TV, and I'll watch him turn and watch it for a bit. Like he will kind of turn his head, and then if something's still moving, he'll turn the rest of his body so he doesn't have to turn his head, and he'll just watch. Cool to watch him clean. Kind of rubs his little pedipalps, they're called, the front little arms along his fangs. I love my spiders very much. They're very cute. There's been a real problem child lately. Is Xavier, though. A little cat. Twice today. And he's never done it before. Twice today, he was playing with the wire that connects my capture card to my computer. So I'd be doing something on the TV. He'd run across it or pull it. And what flavor protein shake? He'd yank the cord out, and my TV would go black. So he's asleep right now, but if all of a sudden the stream goes black for a sec, thank Xavier. Yeah, what type of protein shake you got? Anything cool? Okay, so transparent is you can see it. Like transparent is not see-through. Peanut butter. I don't know. Peanut butter shake doesn't sound great. Oh, I have it backwards. Fair enough. We're about to do another Virizion check. First one accounted to nothing. So, here we go. I just heard a shiny noise. Oh, it might be this Hawlucha, though. It's not the Virizion. That's a good sign, though, because if this thing is shiny, that means we are getting in range. We got a shiny Hawlucha yesterday, didn't we? This little guy, I caught him in a Pokeball for you. It's cool looking. To promote this game, Nick, I think you'll think this is kind of cool. They had a a big wrestling match in Mexico where two of the wrestlers dressed up as Pokemon, and one of them was Hawlucha. And like it was still like wrestling, so like they were like attacking each other. Latin prefix transiting across or through. Oh, so they're synonymous. Transparent and translucent? That's what I was asking. Wait, what? So, hold on. I need to, like, read this. So, transparent is bringing forth through or across. And then translucent is bringing... Or is, like, light through. So, it's translucent, light gets through, and transparent is, like, the what's the word? The image comes through. You know what I mean? Like if you have like somewhat light blind or light curtains, lux is the root. Okay. Okay. So like I have curtains that I can't see through, but when it's day, their light fills the room. Those are translucent. But the window behind it is just transparent. Okay. We're gonna do every stream you're in here. We're gonna do vocab facts, vocab. I don't know, new vocab word with or words. I guess here with Hoidcore. Hoidcore word of the day. U in Latin is pronounced oo. Is that related to what we were just talking about, or is that just a fact? Is that the fun vocab fact of the day? Oh, Lux. Is that what you're saying? So it's not Lux, it's Lux. Is that why you mentioned that? I'm following. Okay. Dude, we're gonna get this shiny before anyone's even here. Tell you what, you got a good head start right now on that #1 chat badge. Oh, hold on. We just had I think the number just incremented. Hello, whoever's ever tuning in. This Virizion hunt's a little different than normal, so we're going to check it every now and then. Unfortunately, we can't see it every encounter. But when the little radial timer gets to about 25% left, we've been checking it. Nothing yet. We know this is working, though. We've already had what's called a phase, which is where another Pokemon that we're not hunting has been shiny. It was a Hawlucha. We didn't catch it because not only do I not need it, but it would save then and we'd have way less time to do the Virizion resets, so there's not really a point. Our last Sword of Justice is pretty exciting. It's the name of the trio this Pokemon's a part of. that's kind of a quartet, but like Keldeo is like a loose addition, so most of the time it's still considered a trio. And here's a cool little fact for you, Nick. This Pokemon that we're hunting right now is based off of one of the Three Musketeers. It's what the Swords of Justice are focused on. And I don't know enough about the tale of the Three Musketeers, but I know that there's like a fourth one who's kind of one in training, and there's a Pokemon, Keldeo is representative of that as well. He's like a fourth, intentionally like characterized to be younger and slightly more inexperienced than the rest of the three. Cobalion is a Sword of Justice, Terrakion is, and then Virizion is the last one. And then Keldeo is the one in training, who's considered a mythical Pokemon, which means, one, we can't shiny hunt it because Pokemon is weirdly strict about stuff like that, and two, you can't use it competitively, which is fine because Virizion. Yep, Virizion. It's spelled very similar to Verizon, as you can see in the title of the stream. Actually, I have a shiny Virizion in another game. I think he's in Sword and Shield right now, and I named it Wireless because of that. Never read Three Musketeers. Me neither, but I remember seeing the Disney one with Mickey, Donald, and Goofy as the Three Musketeers. That's the extent to how I know it. I know the chocolate. My grandfather was a big fan. He always had a little jar or a bowl of it next to his chair. Look at that cow. Okay, we're gonna do a quick check. All right, here we go. Will it be shiny? 110 encounters in. Nope. There's so many alphas here. I must be in here with an alpha power. Yeah, alpha power 2. It's a shame that the legendaries can't be alpha. It'd be cool to hunt a shiny alpha of the legendaries. But they're alpha locked. I'm missing both Sock and Throw as shinies, so it'd be cool to get an extra of those. There was, I think, a shiny Sock right by the entrance, so hopefully we get Virizion quick and we can get that Sock too. I just incremented an extra time, I think. So I'm counting this time. But yeah, I'm missing them for my living decks. Just because they, like, the last game they were in with Sword and Shield, and shiny hunting in that game isn't super fun unless you're, like, Masuda method, I think is the best way to shiny hunt in that game. Not only that, but Sock and Throw are kind of like whatever Pokemon. So I've never really gone out of my way to shiny hunt them or anything. If you're just now tuning in, shiny hunting Virizion, these resets are a little different. You'll notice we're kind of not seeing it every time. So if you want to put in a guess, I'm giving you plus or minus, we'll say 20. Your guess. So if you guess 400, I'll say you're spot on for 380 through 420, which I didn't do that intentionally, but there you go. Welcome to the stream, though. We check the Virizion when the radial timer is at about 25%. That way we have plenty of time to catch the Virizion if it is shiny, and hopefully have enough time to go catch the shiny Sock that is also right at the front door of this hyperspace. So by running in between these two light posts, we make the Virizion despawn and respawn, and if it's shiny, it won't despawn, so it'll stay shiny. These resets feel much faster than Latias, I think. Yeah, so I played a decent amount after you guys went to bed last night of Bloons. And I got so many times by just like, I wasn't ready for KMOs. To the point where like a lot of times I just build like a big defense and my camo defense is just I put a monkey village and upgrade it twice in the middle of said defense. That way it just turns my non-camo defense and also camo defense. That didn't work a couple times because that's like a little expensive to set up. I think can't increase it. Most of the time though, and I've noticed it, like it doesn't matter how much life you have. Like if one balloon gets through, you're probably gonna lose because that means that something is not doing it. Oh, but yeah, yeah, you're right. If you're on a camo round, you don't get a... Because a lot of times they send the camo slow or only a couple at a time, but I guess that doesn't matter if you only have one life. There's like a motorcycle or something driving down my road right now, and it's very loud. Got to a cool story arc in Star Wars Rebels today. Darth Maul showed up. Always cool to see him. He gets... It's crazy because he showed up and then they announced today as well that there's a trailer for his show that's apparently coming out tomorrow. Not the show's not coming out tomorrow, the trailer is. So that's pretty exciting. It's called Maul Shadow Lord. Which sounds a little like Hot Topic edgy, but I don't know. Darth Maul's cool. Double-bladed lightsabers always stick. So everyone just not tuning in. Shiny Hunt Virizion right now. Resets are a little weird, so if this looks a little odd to you, you're going, where's the Virizion? It's not on screen. Normally when we get to about 900 calories is when we check it. So what that means, though, is that we will see not shiny Virizion a lot less than we would otherwise. But if it's shiny, it won't despawn, so we'll be able to see it for sure. We're going to go check it now, actually. Maybe all it takes is a couple more people watching. Here we go. If you just have tuned in, this Virizion's for you. Will this be shiny? Nope. Not shiny. I wonder if these Pansage are within the range. I think I already have all the Pansage I need for my decks, but still be cool. So that wasn't shiny. Already up to 145. 1 in 575. And because these resets are a little weird, you get a little bit of leeway with your guesses. So feel free to put your guesses in chat. If you're spot on or within, I'll say 20, you get a little help with naming the Virizion. So that's pretty cool. You can help me pick the name for our red Sword of Justice. Going to be a lot of watching these throw get aggravated with us over and over. Seems like they're a little afraid of the staircase, though, so not really worried about them chasing me. We're talking about Bloons Tower Defense 6 in chat, if you would like to join. Started playing it last night for the first time. Last time I played Bloons was probably like Bloons 3 on like a Flash website, like a Flash player website. Back when I was in school, like elementary school, so it had been a while for me. Bloons Tower Defense 6 having skill trees was kind of a shock. Those games used to be a lot simpler than they are now. Not that it's necessarily bad. More content's always good for the most part, but it's definitely a little jarring. I'd say those are my second favorite tower defense games. Probably right after Plants vs. Zombies, which is a little bit of a different type of one, so they don't really compete for my attention or anything. If I want to play Plants vs. Zombies, I want to play that, not a tower defense, you know? Thinking this will be a pretty quick hunt. 1 in 5, 7, 5, and these encounters are pretty quick, so. Cup of tea on the table here. I think it's cooled down enough now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm drinking tea, and you drank a protein shake at, like, for me, 8:30 at night, so. Although if there's no caffeine in it, like, whatever. Tea's awesome, dude. I'm like I recently discovered tea. And I'm enjoying it very much. It's good, it's relaxing. I think it's supposed to be good for your immune system or something. That's what it says in the box, at least. Also says good for digestive health, which I'm not really... wasn't really worried about, but, like, I guess that's good. Like, sure. You know what I had? And this is so funny that I'm, like, excited about this. You know what I had for the first time today in a while that I haven't had in a while? I've been making eggs and bacon for the past about a week now for breakfast pretty consistently. Not every day, but most days. Just because, you know, it's nice to have breakfast. It's a good start to your day. And when I went grocery shopping yesterday, it was on sale, so I bought some orange juice. Orange juice is awesome, dude. Especially for breakfast, it's like refreshing. It tastes great. Good vitamin. What is it? Is it vitamin C? Yeah, because vitamin D is from the sun, right? It has vitamins in it. It's the color orange, which is pretty hype. It's like a top 3 color. Top 2 color. Not my favorite, but probably my second favorite. What are your top 3 favorite colors, huh? Let's hear it. Anyone in chat, what are your top 3 favorite colors? Let's discuss. Colors tier list. Green is number 1. Yeah, you don't even know. See? When you were like, brain, think of something better than orange and green, you couldn't come up with anything. It's a little embarrassing. These encounters are going so fast. We're gonna get this thing in like no time. Unless it's like encounter 900, but totally just jinxed it. We're gonna get it in 3 years now. It'll be time to go check it. Here we go. None of the Halucha. Not shiny. Or any of you. No, but these definitely are cycling. Because I don't think there's always been a Alpha Simisage. So we're good. I was a little worried that maybe we weren't within range. Because you got to be... What's that Pokemon? Oh, Roselia. Okay. An Alpha Roselia. I had a bet. What's up, Aiden? Welcome to the stream. Just so you know, Gatling Gunner's OP. I assume you're talking about balloons. Just so you know, Aiden, I saw you asking in the comments. I checked it out of my hands. I don't think he's here right now. But his 2 favorite Pokemon are Hydreigon and Toucannon, is what he said. For whatever reason, asking him what his favorite Pokemon were was like pulling teeth. He would not tell me. I got that. I told him if he didn't tell me them, I was going to tell you that they were like, his favorite Pokemon was Smoochum or something lame. And then he told me. He was like, okay, Hydreigon and Toucannon. Yeah, we were pulling teeth. Yeah, I guess we kind of were pulling the teeth. Even if that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I was like, he's probably gonna draw a picture of him. Yep, last Legends ZA Legendary Shiny Hunt's pretty exciting. Virizion's got a pretty decent shiny. It's probably my least favorite of the Swords of Justice, but I don't really love any of them anyway, so it's okay. It's weird that they've been in so many games. We had the Swords of Justice in Sword and Shield. Put both Woopers. Thank you, thank you. Wooper's awesome. Wooper's is a top 10 favorite Pokemon for me. He's probably not my number one. Definitely not my number one. My top 3 are Bulbasaur is number 1. Sableye is number 2. And then I really like Beedrill a lot. So I think either Beedrill or Caesar are number 3. I'm having a tough time deciding. I think Beedrill, but Caesar is a close 4th. Wooper's probably 5th. My favorite water type for sure, though. I don't know. Old roommate, give me a plush of Paldean Wooper that's sitting on a chair right across me right now. Wooper's pretty cool. Both of his evolutions are pretty alright, too. Neither are, like, competitively super strong, but they've got some niches. Water Ground is a great type. And Ground Poison with Clodsire is pretty good, too. And they both get Unaware as an ability, I'm pretty sure, which is a great ability. Makes no logical sense when you think about what it's supposed to say, but because when you see it, you'll love it. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will. Unaware as an ability is just so funny. This, for those of you that don't know, basically speaking to you, Hoid Court, there's a Pokemon ability called Unaware, which it's put on Pokemon that kind of look a little like not super intelligent, like they kind of got a vacant look to them. They're kind of meant to look a little dumb. Those Pokemon get the ability Unaware, and what the effect of that ability is if I use stat boosting moves. So if I boost my attack and I attack a Pokemon with Unaware, it ignores those stat boosts. So I won't do the improved damage because the other Pokemon just is unaware of my stat boosts, which doesn't make any sense. Because that implies that if I do boost my attack and you take boosted damage, it's only because you're aware that I boosted my attack. It doesn't make any sense, but it is hilarious. Like the idea that I don't know about your stat boosts, so they don't exist, is pretty good. There's another similar ability called Oblivious, which is given to like the same set of Pokemon, but it does a little. It just means they can't be infatuated with moves like Attract or the ability Cute Charm. They're immune to the ability Intimidate. Top lane Gatling Gunner is insanely OP. Yeah, it's because he has Unaware. That's why. But mine is Blastoise. Dude, Swampert's awesome. Swampert's so cool. Swampert's insanely strong too. Swampert's Mega is strong, and his regular form is strong. So he kind of gets, even if you don't want to Mega Evolve him, he's kind of goated. Make sure your Gatling Gunner has Unaware so that it can hit the camo balloons. Where's the Unaware lane? Where's the Unaware lane? And then there's the Intimidate lane, which is another broken Pokemon ability. What are some other good... other good abilities, Wonder Guard, but only one Pokemon gets that for a reason. Shadow Tag, that's a really good ability. It's a cool one. You can't switch out if there's a Pokemon on the field against you with Shadow Tag. Technician. Caesar gets Technician, that's what makes him good. For those of you in the know, what's your favorite Pokemon ability in chat? You guys got one? I really like Prankster. Prankster is a really, really good ability, and it's just kind of funny. And Sableye gets it. Sableye is a Prankster, apparently. That ability is so good. If a Pokemon has Prankster, you can almost guarantee that it's been used competitively. There have been unevolved Pokemon that have had Prankster and been used. Not shiny. My friend. Oh, that's good. It was always exciting to walk into class and see that the seats have been moved around. Oh, a new update is available. Sure. Well, we got to update ZA real quick. That's hilarious. On my mic there. Hopefully there's nothing game breaking in this update. That'd be a lame way to end a stream. We'll see. We will see. Gotta be careful sitting with your friend, though. You gotta still make sure to focus. Yeah, what's up, Aiden? Also worth mentioning, Hoyd Core, your chat badge has changed. Guess so. Guess so. It just knew that Aiden's a bigger fan. He's number one. We'll save emote time for when we get the shiny, because then it'll be perfect emote time. Because you got to make it so it's still if you do it too frequently, it loses its luster. You got to save it for a hype moment, which is either getting the shiny or another GameStop rant. Is there custom emotes on YouTube? Is that a thing you can do? I'll have to look into that, because that'd be kind of cool to set up. Had a cup of hot cocoa last night after stream. That's just as great as I expected it to be. My only complaint with it was gone too soon. I drank it all too quick. And I only have so many packets, so I didn't want to get a second one. I think it's something to talk about with you guys while we're doing this. Had some Chipotle tonight. What's everyone's Chipotle order? Had some guac on mine tonight, but normally I don't pay for it. I had free guac. I had a coupon on the app. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll get some Chipotle. Coupon expired like tomorrow. So I was like, yeah, okay, I could do that. Swung by Chipotle on the way home from a Pokemon Go raid hour. I'm normally a bowl guy with white rice and black beans. I like the steak. And then I do everything except the hot salsa. Just because it's a little too much for me sometimes. Normally I can handle spice pretty well, but like, I don't know, sometimes I just get a mouthful of the hot salsa and it's like a little overwhelming. And normally I don't do guac either, but not because I don't love it. Normally I'm like kind of iffy on guac. I don't think it's great as a dip on it. Like I'll eat it if you put it in front of me. But for example, if I go to Chipotle, I'm not getting guac as a dip for chips. I'm getting the queso if I'm getting anything. But if you're putting it on the bowl, queso doesn't do well on top of my Chipotle order. Guac does incredible. So I will always take a free guac coupon. Guac is a rare instance where I don't care about raw onions. There, it's fine. Guac's pretty good. That's been like a new addition to my like palette for my phone. You take it out after class, yeah. That's how it used to be for us too. We were supposed to keep it in our backpacks. Once I got into high school, the teachers kind of stopped caring, which meant like I'm done with my work. It's Clash Royale time. Yeah, but you got to pay attention in class. Always pay attention in class. It's good to learn. Learn so that you can always be the smartest person in the room, if for no other reason. Make it a competition. Keep yourself motivated. It's also nice to learn so you could, hopefully make the world around you better when you get older, but if you need a reason, learn so you can be smarter than the guy next to you. Don't be mean about it, though. If you are smarter than the people around you, they don't need to know. You know what I mean? Nothing is a greater way to lose friends than to make them feel less intelligent. Plus, hey, like, I don't know. There's stuff that like I like to consider myself a pretty smart dude, but there's a lot of stuff that like I don't know about, and a lot of people around me who do know a lot about that stuff. Like I'm the same amount, fair. Like I'm pretty good at computer engineering, but I don't know anything about welding. And I bet you there's someone in chat who does. We got any welding experts on the scene? Or, I don't know. Marine biologists, any of those? Those are pretty cool. That's a cool profession. Maybe we put heads. I don't really know what you're trying to say. Dude, this throw is annoying right here. A headset dent? Like when you wear headphones too long? I don't really get those unless I've just showered. Like if I just showered, my hair's still wet, and I get out and put headphones on, then my hair will be messed up. But otherwise, my hair is it's a little poofy, so it kind of goes back to how it was. Which is good, because I like my hair looking nice. Dude, this throw is like feral. Look at this thing. This is like, it was here last reset too. The throw came up the stairs. I don't know why it did it again. It hadn't before that, I don't think. Oh, we got two of them now. Perfect. It might be a minute. I'm not super like I might set up a Discord at some point, but it's not on the agenda right now. That's some of the stuff I kind of want to focus on before I start setting stuff like that up. My cat's making a funny face right now. Dude, it looks like he's about to sneeze. Oh, never mind. When we get this shiny pretty early. Time to draw out of my hands here, Pokemon. Yeah! Out of my hands, if you're here, you're getting some Pokemon art. Hydreigon, a 2 cannon. Pretty exciting. 2 pretty cool Pokemon. Hydreigon's really strong. Dragon and Dark used to be a completely awesome type, and then they were like, you know what? That's too strong, and made the Fairy type, which destroys Hydreigon, but that's okay. Still pretty strong, especially with Terastallization in Scarlet Violet. He can become a Steel type instead, and I don't know. Turn the cannon on the fairies. You might have thought you were going to take me down to the Moonblast, but now you're going to eat a Flash Cannon, and that's it for Fluttermane. Of course, you got to burn your Terra to do that, but a lot of times it's kind of... A lot of times I've noticed in Scarlet Violet Competitive, which I do play a lot of, even if it's just one Pokemon you take down, like, Terra is a lot less important to winning the battle than, say, Dynamax, Mega Evolution, or Z-moves were. It was shiny one of those. A shiny Fluttermane? Or Hydreigon? Shiny Hydreigon is pretty cool. Fluttermane's is okay. It's kind of a gross looking shade of yellow. Yeah, Hydreigon's, he's got a great, he's green. My favorite color. I thought he was going to get a Mega. I really thought they were going to give Hydreigon a Mega, and they did not. He's one of very few pseudo-legendary Pokemon without it now. Well, let's go through the list. Dragonite has one. We're going to go through the list of pseudos. Dragonite has a Mega. Tyranitar has a Mega. Both Metagross and Salamence have Megas. They're from a Terra raid. Oh, cool. Garchomp has a Mega. A bad Mega, but it has a Mega. Hydreigon doesn't. Goodra doesn't either, but it has a Hisuian form, so there's that. It has something. And Dragapult doesn't either, which is a shame because I love Dragapult. Dragapult is awesome. It's one of my favorite pseudos. Not shiny. And Baxcalibur, the newest, already does have a Mega. A pretty cool one. I'm a fan of Baxcalibur's Mega Evolution. Hopefully in 10 years, when they decide to do more Mega Evolutions, we'll get some Dragapult and Hydreigon love. I want Dragapult more than anything. Like, Hydreigon's cool, but it's like whatever to me. Dragapult is peak design. I love Dragapult so much. It's so cool. Like a ghost dragon type who looks like a stealth bomber airplane. And he shoots from his cannons his little baby dragons. That's awesome. Plus, here's a cool design fact about... Hold on. I'm really proud that I know this, so we're gonna pause the game while I'm gonna get a picture of Dragapult. Is that what you got, Violet? Is he exclusive to Violet? I didn't know that, actually. I actually kind of get both games most of the time. Normally, I'll buy the first one, and then for a gift, I say, like, I'm like, okay, if someone asks me what I want for a holiday of some sort, I'm always like, okay, the other one. So, like, for this game, it was Violet. Or this game, I bought Violet, then I was gifted Scarlet. Hold on, I'm getting a picture of Dragapult up because I want to talk about something really cool about in his design for a sec. Okay. Here we go. Pausing the Virizion Shiny Hunt for a quick little Dragapult appreciation minute. So this is Dragapult, for those of you that don't know. He's a dragon and ghost Pokemon. He's pretty cool. He flies around like this. I'm a big fan of him. And what are we saying? I don't do the eye for some reason. No worries. So what's cool about Dragapult, so he has the little 2 Dreepies, if you see in his little cannons there. He shoots them, and they like to be shot out. Because they like to fly fast. What's cool about Dragapult is he's based off of this type of dinosaur. Let me look at what it's called. I used to know. He's based off of, it's called the Diplocaulus, I think. We're going to get a picture of a Diplocaulus too. So Dragapult's design is based off of a dinosaur called a Diplodocus. Diplodocus? I don't know. I think it's Diplodocus. I'll pull it up. And it's like not really a dinosaur. It's like an amphibian, so it's like technically not a dinosaur. I was a dinosaur kid. I know a little bit of much about this. Whoa, that's a huge image. I apologize. Let me shrink that. So this is what a Diplodocus probably looked like. You know, like, here it is. So you can see it looks a lot like Dragapult. And they're like buddies. So what's interesting about Diplodocus is it's actually cut off in the picture here. So you're just going to have to take my word for this. It might be finished, but so Diplodocus, for some reason, its bones, I guess, are slightly more brittle than other amphibious dinosaurs. I'm just going to say that. It's not really a dinosaur, but amphibious dinosaur. And because of that, they have not found a complete fossilization or any complete set of its tail bones. They don't know what the end of its tail looks like. And for the most part, they can guess. You know, it looks like it's going to form like a little point. It's going to be an amphibian tail, but they don't know for sure. And they carried that, and I think this is so cool, in the Dragapult's design. Because Dragapult is a ghost dragon type, and the only part about it that really screams ghost type is its tail, because the back half of its tail is missing. It's like a ghostly tail. They don't have the back half of Dragapult's tail, so it's a ghost type, because they don't have the back half of the Diplodocus' tail, or Diplodocus, whatever it is. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. They kind of cook with Pokemon design sometimes, and I think they cooked there. So anyway, that's our Dragapult. That's our Dragapult's little moment. I hope you enjoyed the Dragapult minute. Back to the shiny hunt. Yeah, I liked dinosaurs a lot growing up. Is the dinosaur game you're talking about like a Jurassic World one? Because that's where I learned about Diplodocus as well. I think it's called Diplodocus in that game. No, Diplodocus is a different dinosaur. I think. I don't know. That's what it's based off of. That dinosaur I had pulled up. It's Diplo something, I think. Yeah, I used to play Jurassic World game on my phone a lot, and I had one of those as well. And I had one of those, and then Dragapult came out years later. And I saw Dragapult, and I immediately knew it was based off of that. So that was pretty cool. And I immediately also understood, like, I looked at Dragapult and saw that its tail was missing, and I was like, that is awesome. I liked dinosaurs a lot as a kid, and even as I got older, they're still cool. I like dinosaurs a lot. I wanted to be actually an archaeologist for a while, because I like dinosaurs enough. But I'm very fair-skinned, so the heat and the sun probably wouldn't do great things for me. Probably get sunburned in the best-case scenario. Go through a lot of sunblock. Another cool Pokemon dinosaur fact. I like when they intersect a lot. In Sword and Shield, there are... how many? It's Arctozolt, Arctovish, Dracozolt, Dracovish. So 4 fossil Pokemon. And they're all messed up. Their bodies don't match their heads in any of the combinations. And they did that intentionally, because when you make those Pokemon, you have to go to a fossil restoration lady, and you give her 2 fossils, and she makes the Pokemon either Dracovish, Dracozolt, Arctovish, or Arctozolt. She makes the Pokemon, and its head never matches its body, and that's very clearly just because it's like, oh, well, you handed her 2 fossils that weren't from the same thing, and she just glued them together. Like, oh, there's the funny, there's the joke. But that's based off of how, because in Sword and Shield, you explore the Galar region, which is based on the UK. You're all done with this Pokemon. Nice, nice. Which is based on the UK. And that's kind of where they first really started to discover dinosaur bones. And when they discover them, they'd be kind of incomplete, so they would just kind of glue them together how they wanted. So they made these like fake dinosaurs where it'd be like, this is obviously an exaggeration of it, but like the head of a T-Rex on the body of a Triceratops. And it'd come up with this monstrosity that very clearly couldn't have existed, but back then they didn't know any better. So with the Galar fossils, which are based off of UK fossil discoveries, the heads don't match the bodies. That was something I noticed pretty quick too, and I was like, that's cool. They care. Sometimes the Pokemon company does care. When it comes to Pokemon designs, they always kind of cook. They're always pretty good about that. It's just like Windows that they don't really know how to do, I guess. There you go. There's our 2 Pokemon fossil facts of the day. I wish they'd do more fossil Pokemon. Fossil Pokemon are awesome. There's not like a single miss in the fossils other than like even Lileep and Anorith, the Gen 3 ones, are kind of whatever. But they're still pretty cool because one of them is based on Trilobite, which is like an iconic fossil. Another one is interesting because it's meant to be like a prehistoric plant, which we don't really have a fossil of in Pokemon otherwise. So it's a very unique Pokemon, which I'm always gets points in my book. Like Cranidos and Rampardos are awesome. Cranidos, it's based off of a dinosaur. And this is a bit of a mouthful. The dinosaur that Cranidos is based off of is called Pachycephalosaurus. Bastiodon, I'm not sure, but it's like a Triceratops-esque dinosaur, just with like a flat plate at the front of its head. Yeah, Pachycephalosaurus all have very thick skulls, and they used to ram them into each other to kind of compete for either, like, I think mating rights or just kind of like, I'm the leader type of thing. I think they were territorial. What is I appreciate it, Aiden. Keep it somewhere safe. The moment we get a Discord, send it over. Again, it might be a while till we get one of those, so definitely put it in like a folder or something to keep it nice. Not in your school folder that you left at school that one time. It's an alpha throw over there. The thing is huge. Alpha Halucha as well. Not shiny. Okay, I'm going to test something really quick just to make sure this is resetting. I'm pretty sure it is, but, better safe than sorry. We're going to see what Pokemon are up here right now. I hope there's one alpha. That'll make it easy. Yes, there's a alpha Halucha. I really hope this is resetting, because if not, I don't really know how to shiny out this otherwise. Okay, it totally is, because there's no Alpha Halucha anymore. Okay. It's Pokeballs. Nice, nice. Can't have Pokemon without Pokeballs. Otherwise, they're just wild, or I guess they could just be very well behaved. I'm sure we will love it. Whenever we get that Discord, I'll let you know, Aiden. Don't worry. Make sure to keep it somewhere safe, or take a picture of it or something. Sorry from the first stream you were here. Yeah, you were. Tell your friend to pull up the stream someday. More the merrier, right? That way we all get to talk about our favorite Pokemon, our Chipotle orders, and and Dragapult being a dinosaur. Not actually being an amphibious creature, not dinosaur creature. Prehistoric amphibian, I guess is the correct term. It's okay. You guys get what I mean. That's Pokemon Go. Fair enough. Pokemon Go is fun, though. Went out for Pokemon Go raid hour today, and unfortunately could not find anyone to do raids with, so I kind of just walked around. Pokemon ZA, that's what we're playing now. It's a pretty good fun game. A little difficult sometimes. I struggled more with this Pokemon game than I have with most others. Mostly with some of the boss fights, like fighting Zygarde at the end was pretty tough. Some of the DLC fights were tough. Triple arrows that could chuck double chicken bowl. Is that a thing, or are you just... Is there really a Kachuk bull? Oh, you got the #1 back, Woodcore. YouTube was like, really? It's real? Give him the #1. Uh-oh. Do you know what Lexia is? I don't. Uh-oh, you're getting spammed now. That might not be working. Oh, it still says #2 for me. The chat rate just jumped up. Try to save the emo time for, what's it called, though? When we get the shiny, that way. We see how hype it is. I looked up what Lexia is. Is this like a reading thing? We had stuff like that. When I was in school, we had like a reading log we would do. We had to read 20 minutes every day and write a little summary about it. I got a pretty funny story about that, actually. When I was in like, probably like, I started doing reading logs early. I want to say when I was in 2nd grade. Nice. And when I was in 2nd grade, I had a reading log where the book I read was like a who would win Pokemon book, and it would just have like 2 pictures of Pokemon, and it would be like, it would have like a little fact about each of them, and then it would say like who would win, and like you'd have to fill in, like you'd write in the book, you'd be like, oh, like I remember one of them was Graveler and Grovyle, and Grovyle wins there pretty clearly. So I quote unquote read that for 20 minutes, and in my reading log, the summary was just no complete sentences. It would be just who would win, Grovyle or Graveler? Graveler. Or no, not true. It would be like, who would win, Grovyle or Graveler? Grovyle. And it was just that probably 20 times over of different, like, then it'd be like, who'd win, Golbat or Macargo? Like, Macargo, probably. And my teacher called my mom and was like, hey, he's not in trouble or anything, but like, make sure he like reads a book next time. I only did it for one day. I didn't have any other books to read. That's not true. There was plenty else for me to read. I just wanted to read the Pokemon book. Actually, I just it was on my holiday wish list. It was on my Christmas wish list, and I got it. It was a pre-order, so it's not out yet. But it was like the one of the 2 things I think I asked for. I remember the background where it's a new book they're coming out with, a Pokemon one called Pokecology, and it's meant to it's kind of meant for like reading, like it's kind of a coffee table-esque book, like it's bigger, and it kind of highlights different environments and the Pokemon that live in them and then how they exist, and it kind of looks at them as if they're real biological creatures and their relationships with each other and in the environment. I'm pretty excited to get it. I think I'm going to enjoy reading through that. It's kind of cool. Little insight into the way the Pokemon exist and interact with the world is stuff I always like in these games. Plus, it's cool because a lot of them are based off of real animals and their relationships with each other and the environment. So, you know, I'd say I know a little bit more about than the average person about just animals in general because of my, I won't even say interest, my somewhat obsession with this franchise. Like, I know birds in real life are weak to rocks and ice and electricity. Hey, some real animals are cool. Spiders are awesome. Very intricate little creatures. They live very complex lives, and I like that I own 2 of them, and I get to kind of observe that now. And what's it called? And supplement their life. You know, it's a lot easier for them to have a cricket placed in front of them as opposed to having to go hunt for one themselves. Jumping spiders, that's a completely incorrect statement. Jumping spiders are awesome. Majora, my jumping spider, isn't the brightest, but I don't know if I'd call him stupid. He's jumped at and bonked his head a couple times that I've seen, but you know, that's just because he's not used to. There's no glass, and in the natural environment, you like Mega Swampert. Mega Swampert's cool. Do you know what Pokemon Swampert line is based off of, Aiden? I think it's a little obvious, but it's a weird. If you know the animal, it's clear, but it's a little bit of a, I won't say a niche animal, but a little bit less known. It's not like a tiger, you know what I mean? Pretty clearly. Based off of an animal called an axolotl. They're in Minecraft. Recently, they were added to Minecraft. And one of the ones in Minecraft, I think, is a reference to Mudkip, because it's blue and it has orange cheeks. And that's Mudkip. And I'm pretty sure real axolotls aren't blue and have orange cheeks. Gus still runs around. Yeah, Gus is pretty cool. Gus is a real animal. And I'm sure his environment's pretty cool. Him and Brewer. Already at 300 encounters? Wow. These ones are going so fast. You have a Diet Pepsi? Nice. I've got some lemon and ginger tea right here. Pretty good. It tastes a little bit like Fruit Loops. I was thinking about that already. Like, I took a sip from it and I was like, wow, this tastes a lot like yellow Fruit Loops specifically, which I think are the lemon ones. That makes sense, but it's starting to lose its temperature pretty quick. I gotta start drinking it a little faster. Ooh, okay. I just had someone from my college that I graduated reach out to me and ask if I'd be willing to tournament organize another Pokemon tournament, because I did that for Pokemon Go and Scarlet Violet past couple semesters. I meant to say something to them, but I kind of forgot to. I gotta say sorry. I think I know someone who'd be willing to, though, so I'll pass the torch on. At first, I actually participated in the tournament. And then after my first, I think, 2 tournaments, because it's for like a bigger event. See the Roblox team had Bruno Mars? I didn't. Here's a fun fact. I can't believe I'm about to put this information about myself online. When I was in 4th and 5th grade, so right around your age, Aiden, I sang in the talent show at my elementary school. And, you know, as a kid, your voice is kind of like different. Like, I don't think I have a good singing voice now, but back then, I sounded like a kid singing. I sounded exactly how you'd expect. And I sang 2 Bruno Mars songs with a friend of mine. We both were up there singing together. Nowadays, you couldn't catch me dead doing that, performing a song, especially in front of other people.
He sang a Benson Boone song. Is it the Moonbeam ice cream one that people talk about a lot? That song gets some hate, but like I don't think it's horrible. Like it's not something I'd really listen to on my own, but if it's on, I'm not gonna like leave the room. You know what I mean? Just sing loud for all the hair. What song was it? Beautiful Things. I've never heard that song. I'll have to listen to it after stream. I think I missed the last couple encounters. I just counted them. Yeah, okay. By the way, Aiden, since you're active in chat, what's your encounter guess for Virizion? I'm gonna, because these encounters are a little weird, I'm gonna give you a little bit of leeway. So if you guess 100, yeah, go ahead. So if you guess 100, anywhere from 80 to 120, I'll say you're right, because this is a little weird. Obviously, don't guess 100, because we're already on encounter 375, but you get a little leeway since these encounters are a little different than what we're used to. $428. Pretty good guess. We're getting pretty close to that guess, actually. These throw have got to be so sick of us at this point. Yeah, let's hear it. Hit us with it. What's funny? Give us a good laugh. Can't laugh too loud though. My cat just fell asleep right next to me. Oh, he like looked at me even when I just opened my mouth. Sorry, buddy. You can't walk into the streaming room and fall asleep and then get mad that I'm streaming, Xavier. I'm sorry. We're in a Discord call. Honestly, I don't even really use Discord that much already. Not much less have one set up for the channel. I used to talk to my friends sometimes, but, you know. Hopefully once we start to get some more consistent viewers, both on the streams and on the just YouTube videos in general, maybe I'll start looking into that. It'll be cool to build a little community. Probably not really for voice chats or anything, but, you know, just send a little alerts when I'm streaming and stuff like that. Should be kind of cool. I don't know if I'd really be taking calls. I'm sorry about that. I'm a little too busy to be doing stuff like that. So probably won't really call or anything, but... Plus, with all the talking I do in the stream, sometimes after stream, you start baseball tomorrow. Good luck. You got practice or your first game? Hoyd, did you play? I'm talking to you, Hoyd Core. If that's not clear, did you play any sports as a kid? I can't remember. I know we've spoken about it, but played a season of T-ball. Were you good? Were you the T-ball Shohei Ohtani? Is that really all? No. I guess sports are a pretty big time investment. And I don't even think they're that. Like, I think it costs a decent amount of money. Put the M in your name. That's what you are. Some wax. When I was a kid in elementary school, I was probably like kindergarten. We used to sing a song in music class that they would take the first letter of your name and they'd change it to the letter W. And for me, that was wax. And it used to kind of upset me a little. Yeah, home runs are impossible at that level. There's no pitcher in T-ball, so how can it be Shohei Ohtani? I don't know. There was always a person on the pitcher's mound. They'd have like a helmet, remember? Like a cage in front of it. I don't know. Actually, I never played T-ball. I started immediately with not kids pitching, but coaches. Like they had like a machine that they would pitch. That was a little tough because going from not knowing how to hit a baseball to having to hit a moving baseball coming at you was a little difficult. My first couple seasons, I was pretty bad. And then I picked up a trumpet and I was worse. You missed the ball a lot? Yeah. That's part of it, though. You gotta watch it the whole time. I know you've probably heard that millions of times, but that is life hack. Watch the ball. It helps. You know, towards my last few seasons in baseball, I was pretty good. I was pretty good for a consistent amount. Like probably about the first year, I was pretty not great, and then once I got the hang of it, I was pretty all right. Better at soccer. I played a season of soccer once when I was a kid, and we were all too little to like understand strategy. So it was one of those like the games would always just be like everyone crowded around the ball and rapidly kicking over and over again. So kids would get hurt all the time because they'd be like kicking each other's shins. I can remember one game I like stepped weird and hurt my ankle, and I didn't even like go to the coach or anything. I just like limped over to my mom on the sideline. I was like, "Mom, my ankle hurts." She's like, "Go back out there." And I was fine. I probably just like bruised it or something, but I remember if you were not playing, you'd sit on the sideline. Like if they subbed someone in, you'd sit out and you could have a snack. And one time someone brought some orange slices that were incredible. They were so good. Almost at odds for Virizion. You big fan of oranges? Oranges are pretty good. Oh, yeah, because you like the tangerines. These ones didn't have any seeds in them, so I didn't even need to be careful. I was just handed me a slice, chew on it for a little. It was like, you know, I didn't like to sit out. It's more fun to play soccer than to watch it. But that was a game where I didn't mind sitting out because I got to sit there and eat some orange slices. Well, Alpha Halucha. Come on, Virizion, really? Hmm. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even notice that. You're right. There goes. Oh, yeah. You still have. We'll give you another. You get like a number 20. You're getting called out right now, Hoyd. Hoyd, have you read this book called Hail Mary? It's like a space book. They're making a movie about it soon, and some people have talked about it a lot, and it sounds like something I'd really enjoy. So I'm trying to find someone who I know who's read it, so I can get a kind of read on if it's good. I don't really know why I thought you would have. You do more reading than most other people I know, so I thought I'd ask. He did. He did say 487. Yeah, by the way, Aiden, it's going to be like a range because these encounters are weird. So, like, you get plus or minus 20 to your guess. So. Did I know that the D-Day was World War II? I did. I think so. I did know that. I took a lot of classes throughout middle and high school that discussed D-Day. I didn't think we were going to be talking about D-Day in a Pokemon stream, but it's something. And then up today. I think there's an I Survived book about D-Day. Yeah. I've seen a couple movies that cover it too. Aiden knows his eyes right. Guess so. Dude, how am I already tired? This is insane. I have no reason to be tired. I did very little today. Don't believe. What don't you believe? Okay, oh. Yeah, I guess so. That's pretty good. Come on, Virizion, be shiny. Let's get this hunt over with. Out of all of the shiny legendaries in this game, I think this is the one I care about the least. So, it's kind of funny that it ended up being the last one. I think some Evos are dumb. Yeah. Trying to think about good ones. I like Grookey a lot. I don't like either Thwackey or Rillaboom. I think they're both bad looking evolutions. Or some other examples. PM7 hates Virizion. I don't think I hate it, but I definitely think it's a little like whatever. Grass fighting is a cool type. Breloom is grass fighting as well. Chestnut, I think, is grass fighting. I just like none of the Swords of Justice really are awesome. Trachion's really strong. Cobalion's pretty cool, but it's like it's not even like a great Pokemon. It's just out of the three the best one. Not shiny. Oh well. We might get to 480, whatever, 487 this reset. All right, I'm all right, Aiden. Have you ever been to Chipotle, Aiden? We were talking about that a little bit earlier. It's like a Tex-Mex bowl place. They have burritos too. I think they have quesadillas. What do you get at Chipotle? What's your Chipotle order? His meals, though they have like little. I think they have two of them, right? You know what's crazy is I was at Chipotle the other day and I wasn't very hungry. I was like, what should I get? And I kind of thought about getting the quesadilla, but they only have kids quesadillas. I was like, that's lame. Because bowls are my go-to, but they're a little expensive. So I was like, you know, I don't. Is there something smaller? And I just ended up getting a bowl and not eating it all immediately, but ate about half. Put it in the fridge. It looks sad. What does the quesadilla? One time I did a Chipotle mobile order. Did my whole bowl. Went to the Chipotle, brought it all home, opened it up, and they messed up my order, and it wasn't a bowl. It was a kid's quesadilla. So I sent, I got on call with Chipotle. Like, I complained. I didn't go all the way back, but I think I, like, filed. There's, like, a thing on the website that's like, hey, support, I guess. And they were like, you can just keep the quesadilla, and next time you go, it's a free order. So it was like, cool, I get basically just a free quesadilla out of it, because I guess I already paid for the bowl at that point. So it wasn't really a free bowl, but the quesadilla, I guess, was kind of free. And it was good. I would have liked my bowl more, but the quesadilla was pretty all right. It was steak, which is kind of what I like on my Chipotle orders anyway, so can't complain too much. Better than GameStop. GameStop would have told me, sorry, you're not a pro membership. You don't get it. You don't get to get your bowl. My GameStop bowl. Dude, these throws need to chill out, dude. I have no interest in you chasing after me and using outrage over and over again. Now look, you're confused. Did we get a sub yesterday? I don't know what you're referring to. I apologize. Oh, a substitute, yes. You got chips? What type of chips? Ooh, Takis are... No, wait. Like the... Here we go. We're just gonna go check at 480. What did you say, 487? We should be able to get there. Not the biggest fan of Takis. I think they're okay. It's not like they're not too spicy or anything. I just don't like how hard they are. They're a little too much. Like I gotta put a weird amount of force into crunching down on a Taki. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go check it. I'll line up perfectly. This is like right when we go check it anyway. Are you ready, Hoid Core? And... Nope, that's a green Virizion. Man. This is taking a minute. Well, you have a shiny Virizion? I actually do too. I have one in Sword and Shield, but I was like, you know what? I'll go for another. Why not? It'll be a fun hunt. How many encounters did it take for you to get one? Was it a long hunt? It was traded. Oh, you got lucky. Or I guess maybe you just traded something good for it. Oh, was it like a wonder trade? Is that what you mean? Like a surprise trade or whatever? They change the name of it every now and then. It's like, come on, it's the same thing. Just keep it as wonder trade or surprise trade or whatever. I think wonder trade is a way better name, but... I'm Pokemon ZA. Oh, okay. Like the Politoed. Rest in peace, Politoed. Rest in peace, shiny Politoed. You'll be missed. One day I will reclaim that shiny and it'll feel awesome. Yeah, that's especially... Like, it's cool. This game's new. It's cool to get a shiny legendary in it. Especially because you can't transfer it in yet. Like, you gotta... If you have a shiny Virizion, you had to have gotten it in this game. No Pokemon Home support. I bet you that Pokemon Day, they will allow Pokemon Home support. I'm looking forward to that. There's a lot of Pokemon here that I want to put in my Pokemon Home. I got a lot of shinies in this game that I didn't have in my living decks yet, so it'll be cool to move them out and get some box space back because I'm struggling for that in this game. Plus, I can wonder trade a bunch of my other extra shinies that I have. in this game. Because, like, I don't need 80 shiny Pidgeys, but I'm sure someone on Wonder Trade will like getting them. If I get that Politoed, I will not feel bad. Again, Politoed's cool, too. He's got a cool competitive niche. He can learn Perish Song, which is a pretty popular strategy right now. And I was thinking recently, I was like, I kind of want to try a Perish Trap team, which is where you have a Pokemon that uses Perish Song. For those of you that don't know, Pokemon uses Perish Song, and if your Pokemon is affected by it, and there's some ways around it. So if your Pokemon has the ability Soundproof, they're not affected by it. That's really, I think that's the only way to get. No, I went from some Pokemon to Ray. No, I went from some Pokemon to Ray. If you don't know, like, the name Ray, it's Rayquaza. Okay. Rayquaza is awesome. What? Priority moves? There you go. That's a competitive idea. Priority moves are good. Fake Out, Extreme Speed, Aqua Jet, all priority moves. Sucker Punch is a priority move. If you have the ability Prankster, all status moves are priority moves. That's why I like it so much. It's very good. But yeah, so the way Perish Shop works, Perish Song, if you're affected by it, which means you don't have the ability Soundproof, you will faint in 3 turns. If you switch out your Pokemon, that goes away. So most of the time, if someone uses Perish Song against you, you can just pull your Pokemon back, send out a different one, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. But there are ways, like the ability Shadow Tag, which I actually mentioned earlier in the stream, to make it so you can't switch out. So if you use the move Perish Song, and your other Pokemon has the ability Shadow Tag, you just need to stay alive for 3 turns, and on the 3rd turn, you can switch out, but because your opponent already locked in their move, they can't, and both of their Pokemon on the field will die. Pretty popular strategy right now. I haven't gotten to try it yet. I kind of want to. I might do it for this next competitive season. I've been thinking about making a Perish Trap team. If your Shadow Tag Pokemon goes down, they can switch out, so you got to protect it really well with moves like Protect, or have your teammate use some good moves to weaken the opponents. Nope, still grass. Oops, still green. Rest. Did you know Breloom ability affects... Yeah, Effect Spore is if the opponent makes contact with you, there's a chance to inflict a status. Either Poison, Paralysis. I think it can do Burn. No, I don't think it can do Burn. Poison, Paralysis, or Sleep, I think, are the 3 you can do. I think Spore is a little better, though, because with Spore, Sleep is really good, and Spore is 100% Sleep. Because if you accidentally... Like, if you want to put a Pokemon to sleep, but they hit your Breloom, and your Breloom paralyzes them, you can only be either paralyzed or asleep, and you can't overwrite the other. So if the Pokemon's paralyzed, you can't put it to sleep, and paralysis is a little weaker than sleep. At least, kinda. It does something slightly different, but most of the time, if you're catching Pokemon especially, you want sleep. Catch and Skarmory, I think, is how you spell it. It's hard to catch, though. Yeah, Skarmory in this game is really hard to catch. Chitskin takes your sickness off. Yeah. Chitskin, I assume, on your Cyclizar. Skarmory's hard to catch because it has all the lions. I think if you're talking about Legends EA, the only place you can catch Skarmory has a bunch of, what are they called? Pyroar. They're, like, out for blood. Like, they will destroy you. And then Metagross is just really strong, so it's hard to catch. Finally today, yeah. Do I mean bike? Yeah, I do mean bike. Bike. The species that bike is a Cyclizar. So if I say that, that's what I mean. Not just that, though. Yeah, his catch rate's really low, too. I don't really know why on Skarmory, but you're right. I had trouble catching Skarmory for a while in this game. Gotta use, like, an Ultra Ball or something. It's like calling it a bike. Yeah, it is. I mean, he's a bike. I'm trying to think what else is hard to catch in this game. All the start, like Froakie is really hard to catch in this game because he runs away whenever you see him, so you gotta like sneak up on him. If I was a gym leader, what type would I be? My favorite type is grass, but I don't think I'd be grass type. I think I'd be either ghost or electric. I like ghost. Ghost is my second favorite type, so there definitely is a little bit of that. And I also, I stay up pretty late. I like Sableye a lot, so if I was a ghost, I'd want to Sableye my team. But I'm also like I got a degree in computer engineering, and I kind of know my way around electronics, so I can see myself being like a electric gym leader with like a Rotom. You just did that one. Which one task? To get Fro. Oh yeah. Yeah. That was an easy way to get him. But I wanted the shiny hunt one, and the only way to shiny hunt one is the one where it's like one of the wild areas, and he can run away. I think it's wild area 17 or something. 17 I think is the Skarmory one. I don't know. It's one of the wild areas that Froakie's in, and if you want to shiny hunt him, you have to shiny hunt him there, and he'll run away from you. But yeah, probably either ghost or electric. Either way, I'd probably have a Rotom on my team. And if I was ghost, I would absolutely have a Sableye. Your wax hand? One of those like sticky hands? I got one of those stuck on the ceiling once. I got in a lot of trouble for that. It was a very high ceiling, so we couldn't even really get it down. I just threw it, and the first couple times it fell off the ceiling, and then one time it didn't. And then years later, it fell down. Rookie's on 16. Okay, I was close. I've already shiny hunted it, so I don't really need to do it anymore, but... Oh! When you, like, put your hand in the hot wax and it solidifies, that's cool. I was always too afraid to do my whole hand, but I would do, like, my fingertips. And put them in the candle wax. I wouldn't do it to, like, get molds. I would just, like, it was cool to then pull the wax off. Okay, we're gonna go check the Virizion. Here we go, let's check. Will it be shiny? Nope. Yeah, if your trade luck's been pretty good so far, you already got a shiny Virizion, maybe you should just keep trading for the Froakie. We're almost at odds for this thing, so we're almost at the point where we could be considered a little unlucky. Hold on, I can feel my allergies acting up. Give me just a sec. I'm gonna go blow my nose and probably take some allergy medicine. I'll be right back. Shouldn't be gone longer than like 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, I am back. Let me get everything pulled back up. Looking good. Actually, while I was blowing my nose and ran to the bathroom too, I looked at the patch notes for the update. Good changes. Nothing major, but... Greninja, but of course my Garchomp has its Mega Stone. No, I almost got a Greninja. Of course my Garchomp has its Mega Stone. Yeah, Mega Garchomp looks cool. Stat-wise, it's not great, but that's okay. In this game, it's like okay because it just what makes it not good in the main series is it loses, or at a turn-based game is it loses some of its speed. Here's a slight technical explanation about why Mega Garchomp is bad. So in competitive Pokemon and just Pokemon in general, Pokemon are kind of classified by what's called their speed tier. Because it was shiny. Oh, nice. And that just means like if a Pokemon has 90 base speed, that's a speed tier. 100 is a speed tier. And it's because there's a lot of Pokemon with 90 speed. There's a lot of Pokemon with 100 speed. So what's cool is if your Pokemon has 91 speed, you can pretty safely say, especially if you've maximized its speed stat, that it outspeeds all Pokemon with a 90 base speed. What makes Garchomp so good is that around the time of Diamond and Pearl, which is when Garchomp was released, let me just make sure I got the number right. Garchomp's speed stat was... Let me pull it up. I know it exactly, but I want to make sure. Yes. So Garchomp's speed stat, I have not counted like the past 3 encounters. Garchomp's speed stat just barely was over 100. 100 is a very, very good, at least at the time, speed bracket. A lot of really good Pokemon were speed 100. Garchomp was 102. So he only outsped by 2 points. Have a 1 speed stat. No Pokemon does have a 1 speed stat. I think it doesn't go that low. Garchomp's 102 speed meant if you maximize Garchomp's speed, which you're probably going to do anyway, you probably are going to invest in its attack and its attack and speed. You're going to outspeed all base 100s. Now, that's really good because a lot of other dragon Pokemon you're going to outspeed. And it's really important for dragons to outspeed other dragons because dragon beats dragon. So if you have a base 100 speed stat dragon Pokemon, my base 102 speed stat Garchomp will move faster than yours and will probably one-shot it with like a Outrage or some other dragon move. Mega Garchomp adds a lot to its attack stat, which is nice because that's what Garchomp uses. It adds a little to its special attack stat, which is like whatever, I think. And the issue is every Mega Evolution gives 100 to a Pokemon stats. So Mega Garchomp's base stat total is 100 more than regular Garchomp. But sometimes with Mega Evolutions, they also move stats around. So they'll take some points from one stat category and put it into another. When Garchomp Mega Evolves, he loses 10 speed. So he goes to speed 92. And that 10 gets put somewhere else. Losing 10 from a stat normally isn't that bad. But your speed stat, especially when you barely outspeed base 100s, now you don't. You don't outspeed base 100s. So even though your Garchomp is going to hit extra hard, you first probably got to be able to take a hit. Should I try to get a Shiny Lucario? Yeah, Shiny Lucario is pretty cool. So yeah, Mega Garchomp's not great. At least in turn-based games. Subtly, someone use the answer in the text because they asked for help. Hey, so if the answer is in the text, you just got to read a little. Although if you're asking for help, that's one thing. Here we go, please. Someone else. Fair enough. Please be shiny. And nope. What's your deal? What's your deal? I really hope we're doing this right. I don't think he's going to take the money. I have like a clip of someone else shiny hunting it real quick just to make sure. You think we're good? Um, huh. Whoops. I just want to make sure we're doing this right. Okay, so we don't have the other two. What's it called? Why can't I think of it? Kyogre and Groudon? Hmm. I wonder if this method doesn't work. So training's OP. Yeah, because I mean, you're not so if you got a Rayquaza already, he can help you get the others. Okay. I'll keep running this loop while I kind of make sure that we're doing the right thing. You know what? There's a good way to test this. I have an idea. We're gonna go check this Virizion, and I can manually check if this is resetting it real quick. I think we did like 2 encounters. What tab we have? It's a math tab. It's called Ninja Master, and you have one more math answer, and I was close to finish the tab. Is called. Nice. We used to have like one of those speed math things too. Okay, we're gonna try something real quick. Yeah. Okay. 600 counters still can't do it. I know. 600 counters, and I'm starting to get worried that I'm not doing it right. Isn't that funny? So we're resetting back to out of the wormhole. I think we're good. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna check something. So the Virizion is technically like here. It's in this area. I'm gonna put it like there. Okay, we're gonna run around here. So 50, you need to be within 50 meters for it to spawn, and you need to be out of 70 meters for it to despawn. So I'm gonna go to where we are in the overworld, and we're gonna check. So that pin is where Virizion is. Okay, 70. Oh, pretty comfortably. Yeah, okay, we're resetting it. Wow, almost spot on. Okay, so we're killing it. We're doing good. I think Tinkaton should get a new Mega soon. I think if you give Tinkaton a Mega, you have to give Corviknight a Mega, and you have to make it like look cool. Oh, I didn't realize you're behind me, Xavier. I'm sorry. You got to make them like linked. You know what I mean? I don't know why I just reset there. Because Tinkaton and Corviknight are like enemies. So if Tinkaton gets a Mega, you got to give Corviknight one so that it can hold its own. They giving Ditto a Mega? What would it do, though? What would a Mega Ditto do? Copies your whole team. Okay, a shiny just spawned somewhere. Hey, I'm down for that Mega. Ceruledge would be cool. If you give Ceruledge one, you gotta give Armor Rouge one, though. Should have got a Dark type because for the decks. Ceruledge is awesome, though. I really like Ceruledge. I have a Hundo Ceruledge in Pokemon Go. Was so excited to hatch that. Hatched it as a Charcadet, obviously, but... What would its Mega Ceruledge look like? Which probably a Sock. If I have time, I'll catch it because I do need shiny Sock. But I'm gonna focus on Virizion. You want to draw a new Mega and don't know what it'll look like. Draw Mega Ditto. Draw what you think Mega Ditto will look like. Draw Mega Ditto and he's just bigger and is wearing sunglasses. He's got a cool hat on too. He's got one of those little hats with the propeller on top. He's got on sunglasses and a propeller hat. Yeah, kind of just muck. But with sunglasses and a propeller hat. Like a horse? You would want Mega Ceruledge to look like a horse? I'm not sure I'm following there. I don't know if I could see them doing that, but that seems to be like Calyrex. Oh, okay. Oh, I kind of see what you mean. I don't know if I'd like that, but, you know, that's not a horrible idea. I think what they do is... Hear me out on this. You drop his fire typing. He becomes Dark Ghost, and his his helmet turns into like a Plague Doctor mask. And his swords turn into scythes instead. Like they get the curve at the end. And make him almost like a Grim Reaper-esque Pokemon. That... I think I just cooked there. I think that is a cool Mega Ceruledge. What do we think? And then with Armor Rouge, you could do the opposite. you can make Armarouge drop his fire typing and get like flying and give him like angel wings. So it's like life and death. Like the back of his armor splits open and grows into like full armored angel wings. Oh, dude, I am cooking right now. Are you kidding me? That's a great idea. Dragon? Maybe. But angels aren't really dragons, though, and I think that's kind of what I would be going for. Maybe fairy, but then I wouldn't want to give it fairy, though, because then it beats Ceruledge. And I do like Ceruledge more than I like Armarouge, so I want them to be kind of neutral to each other. You got something for me to try? Let's hear it, Barker. Almost my favorite Pokemon. What do you got for me to try? Is your random gem Pokemon? You have to list them in focus order without knowing which one is next. Random Gen 1 Pokemon. If it's I'm pretty good. Gen 1 I can do. Oh, 10 in a row is a little tough. I could try that. Send me the link, and if we get Virizion, maybe we'll try it on stream. We have Virizion soon. Like maybe right now. Nope. I think Gen 1 I know pretty alright. Gen 1 there's staple ones I know. Who do you think is the first Pokemon? Oh, that's like a joke. There's a bunch of different answers to that. So it's always like people ask that and it's like there's a bunch of correct answers. Bulbasaur is number 1 in the Pokedex. Mew is the genetic ancestor to all Pokemon. Rhydon was the first Pokemon ever designed. And Arceus is the Pokemon that created all of their Pokemon. So technically like that one. Like there's a bunch of different answers. But yeah, like I'm trying to think of my staple ones I know. Pikachu's number 25. I think consistently list numbers 1 through like 15. It goes like Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise. And then I think it's like is it Pidgey next? I think it's Pidgeotto, Pidgeot. If it's not Pidgey, it's the Caterpie line, and then it's the Beedrill line. Beedrill's right after Caterpie, I know that. Then I know Pikachu is 25, Meowth is 52, so obviously the Revolutions are the ones right after. Mew obviously is 151, and Mewtwo is 150, and then Scyther is 123. Because that's 1, 2, 3, I know that one. Yeah, it will be harder. Especially because in Gen 1, like a lot of times the order is just random. Machoke is number 67. Is that real? Is he really? If that's real, I'll like that. That's how I'll remember number 67. Oh, I think Dratini. I think I know Dratini too. I think Dragonite's 149, which I can work back from that too. But yeah, I guess if it doesn't give you the number, it just gives you the like. Does it not give you the number? It just says here's a Pokemon. What's next? You know, because no way Gengar is number 67. Oh my gosh, Gengar is 67. 6-7. So the 6-7 Gengar. I liked Gengar before. I like him even more now. Guess what? What's up? There's a blank 1 through 10, and it'll give you a Pokemon. You have to place it. And I'll give you the next one. And yeah. Oh, okay, okay. 6, 7 indeed. Dude, and then Gengar's little profile picture for the Pokedex, he's got his tongue out. He's kind of a weirdo. I love the Pokedex pictures in this game. They look so good. Ice Spice Gengar. What happened that was lucky? Got a lucky trade in Pokemon Go. I've got a few of those lined up I gotta do with some people, actually. This is taking forever, dude. Okay, love net send. I don't know if I don't know about that one. I don't even know what the second thing you said is. Shiny Dragalge. Cool. I got a shiny Dragalge. Dragalge's got a great shiny. Yeah, let's hear it, Parker. What's the big news? They're adding regular show to Fortnite. Was that the big news? Because that's pretty big news. Pretty big news for you. You saw my shiny Metagross? Yeah, he's my buddy now in Pokemon Go. His name is Jotaro. All it took was for me to leave, and then you're like, okay, probably a good idea to get a car. I can't drive you around. Congrats, though. It's going to be a convertible, right? And you're going to get one of those big, like 300 axle trucks. Like the hauling trucks. No, get like a gas tanker. Okay, here we go. Another check. Oh, that's pretty good. Is it a nice car? Obviously, it's like, it's $1,000, so probably not like incredible, but like, gotta go. All right, thanks for coming out, Aiden. It's steam powered? No way. $2012. That's a pretty old car. Hey, but if it works, you know? As long as it's in good condition. Okay, good to know. Thank you. You gonna take it out and do donuts with it? The car? The 2012 Hyundai? You've seen every Pokemon. Well, I can one-up you there, Lucas. I've caught every Pokemon. Bam! Complete Pokedex. Did you see, though, Parker, that they're adding regular show to Fortnite? Like, that wasn't a joke. Like, I'm dead serious. I saw it and immediately was like, oh, Parker is going to be all over this. Never caught him for some reason. fair enough. Sometimes it just takes too much time to catch them. No, I'm serious. They're adding their regular show is like getting. I'm pretty sure the skin files are like already in the game. I'm serious, dude. Let me hold on. Maybe what I saw was a lie. Regular show Fortnite. Yeah, it is, dude. It's all leaked. Rigby's gonna be a sidekick. I bet Mordecai's the skin. I think it's leaked that Skips is a skin. I just spat all over myself. Because I'm drooling over how excited I am. I haven't bought a Fortnite skin ever. I bought battle passes when I was like 12, but I've never ever bought an actual skin in Fortnite. I haven't even played Fortnite in like a year and a half at this point. And even then I played like a couple games. I'm past my Fortnite age. I had fun with playing Fortnite when I was in my first year of high school, and that's about it. Now I like to run around lampposts in Pokemon Legends ZA and play Plants vs. Zombies and Bloons Tower Defense. So Deku. Oh, from My Hero Academia? You know who I'm mad that I missed, though? I'm mad that one I missed the OG Spider-Man. I didn't tell you the shiny he has. He's told me a couple of them. I missed the comic book accurate. You don't even watch My Hero Academia? Oh, anymore. I bet you, Parker, it'll be the Rigby as the sidekick, which I think is a great way to do it. Because the backlings are cool, but like the sidekicks are way cooler. Mordecai will be the skin. And then I think there'll be a mythic item that's like a Death Kwando item. And then there's going to be the golf cart somewhere. But I missed the comic Spider-Man, which I'm mad I missed because I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I missed the Mandalorian and Grogu, which I'm so upset about because those guys are awesome. And those are battle pass skins, so I can never get them. There is like one collab that can get me to potentially come back. Guess he's back, probably Aiden. And it's the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure collab. That might get me to open up Fortnite. If I'm allowed to play as Giorno Giovanna, that might be reinstalled on my PlayStation. Yeah, I think it's confirmed Skips is a skin too. I bet you... I think it's all already in the game. Like, I think you can confirm for sure everything. But it'd be cool if High Five Ghost is a back bling. Or maybe he'd be a glider. Party tonight. Yeah, and make the Mordecai skin have an edit style that's the Mordecai and the Rigby's t-shirt. Come on, dude. Some guy deleted a Pokemon because he didn't have the Pokemon attention and he thought his account might get taken down since I was trading. That's how he got it. Pokemon detention? What? Do you mean Dedenne? I don't really know what you mean, Lucas. Sorry. Do you think they'll make the cart, like the the golf cart vehicle or like a glider. I'm gonna go clean the kitchen. Let me know if you're gonna do the link I sent you. Okay, if we have Virizion somewhat soon, we'll try it. Yeah. Yeah. What is my guess for the dual type for Gen 10? What do you mean? Like if they're gonna do any new ones? Is that what you mean? Give me a bug dragon. Bug dragon is a cool type, and we don't have any bug dragon types. Oh, for starters. Oh. I don't know. They don't always do dual types for starters. They do most of the time. But I think grass flying would be cool. I know we kind of had it with Rowlet, but he loses the flying typing as he evolves. So I would say grass flying, and he stays flying. For water. What about like water bug? That'd be kind of cool. We have a few water bugs, but cool type. Araquanid, water bug. I think Surskit is. Water bug would be cool. And for fire, do ooh. Yeah, Blastoise is. Blastoise is not dual type. Blastoise is just pure water. Maybe do fire dark. That'd be cool. I don't really know. That'd be kind of neat, though. The issue with Water Steel is really, really good. So they don't have many Water Steel types. They're careful with giving it out. Like Empoleon is like... I think Empoleon's it, right? Water Rock is not a good type, though. It's the opposite. Water Rock is really easy to hit. Super hard. That'd be cool, though. Some Water Rock. Like, I don't know. Maybe they just do something cool with it that makes it a little better, right? The typing's bad, but its stats are, like, really good, or it has a great ability, or it's got good moves, then that's okay. I don't know. They always do something pretty cool, so I'm excited to see what the starters are. I kind of hope they're better than they have been recently, because honestly, I haven't loved either of the Gen 8 or Gen 9 starters. Like, they've all been kind of mid to me. We will see, though. Almost done with the art. Nice. Wow, you really were almost done. Yeah, you gotta draw the sunglasses ditto with the propeller hat. Come on, dude. Be shiny, please. Oh, I'm getting a little tired. Will this be the first shiny hunt where we don't get the shiny in one hunt? It would be cool if they had 3 types, but then it like 2 types is already sometimes complicated. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty good with my type chart, but there are some dual types where I still am struggling. I think 3 types would be too much, especially because like, yeah, I assume you've been playing Pokemon for a while too. It'd be a little easier for us, but think about you know nothing about Pokemon and you're trying to get into it, and you have to handle 3 types at once. I think that's a lot. I think 2 is a good amount. Yeah, what's up, Aiden? Making the Mega we made. Ceruledge, is that what you mean? Oh, that's gonna look awesome. Yeah, and they've already given some of the Paldea Pokemon Megas too. With Baxcalibur got one, and so did Scovillain, so. For now. Yeah, I don't know if I like Scovillain. I really liked regular Scovillain, and then I saw its stats and was like, wow, this is really bad. And then the Mega didn't even really help that much with its stats, and it's kind of like a whatever Mega. Like, it doesn't look great. I don't know. I really wanted to love Scovillain. Mega Mimikyu would be a different story. Mega Mimikyu would be awesome. But how would they do that? Make it look like Raichu. That's how you do it. This is kind of crazy. I thought we were going to get it early again. I think I said what? Why? My guess was like 100. We're at 700 encounters now. Hoid Core, if you're here, one of your favorite songs is being sung in chat right now. That's shiny Pokemon. What shiny did you get? Something cool?
They just added shiny Fido to the game. Was it that? It's not a great shiny, but it's new, so that's like always exciting. Big goat. Oh, Wobbuffet's a great shiny. Was it the male or female Wobbuffet? Because if it's a female, it has the lipstick on it too. Any goat face on that? Male. Ah, so it doesn't have the lipstick. Okay. Oh well. Still a good shiny. Okay, are you shiny Virizion? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna go blow my nose again. Feeling very congested. My cat's sitting right next to me and I'm allergic to cats, so that'll do it. So I'll be right back in a minute. Okay, feels a little bit better now. Should I have one arm? No, make it still have two. Make it have two sides. I brought the box of tissues closer to me, so if I have to do it again, it should be a little easier. Ugh. It's taking so long to get this shiny, dude. You just picked up a Pokeball, cool. I don't have my keyboard next to me. This shiny hunt is taking way longer than I thought I was gonna. We are well over odds at this point. Game over indeed, Aiden. Game over indeed. Oh well. We just gotta be patient. You need the shiny charm. I got one of those, and that's still not helping here. Yeah, it's definitely worth it to grab it. You just gotta complete your Pokedex. Or there's a couple other missions you gotta do to get it. It's not really like complete your Pokedex in this game, but still. Yep. Shiny Charm, Master Ball, all good things to grab. Getting it in this game is pretty fun too. Completing your Pokedex is kind of a requirement, but like not really, which is a cool way to do it. I completed my decks before, actually. I got the Shiny Charm, which is kind of cool.
The horse have a skeleton head. Cool, cool. Like those things in Minecraft. Skeleton horses.
I'm glad I brought these tissues here because I feel like I already got to blow my nose again.
You need a Pokemon for doing the next. Yeah, if you transfer it in to Pokemon Home, you get a shiny Pokemon. And I don't know what it is for ZA yet. For Sword and Shield, I think it was Keldeo. I've already done all those. For Scarlet Violet, it's 3 other Pokemon. I can't remember what they are. I know one of them is Meloetta. One of them is a shiny Meloetta. Yeah, it's for the different... So there's like technically 3 Pokedexes in Scarlet and Violet. There's the Paldea one. Then there's the Kitakami one from the first DLC. And then there's the Blueberry Academy Pokedex from the 3rd one. And each of them equates to a different shiny Pokemon. So the one for the Blueberry Academy is Meloetta, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember the other 2. I have no clue what the other 2 were. I know I got them, but it's a dead Charizard. That's how you know he's strong. I know, Hoyd. I know, Hoyd Core. This is ridiculous that it's taking this long. We're about to do a check right now. Here we go. Maybe this will be it. Nope. What the heck is going on? I think we'll go for another 15 more minutes and then I'm going to call the stream. It's kind of crazy. This might be the first time we don't get the shiny in our first stream hunting it. Fingers crossed. What is for the Mega? The hand should be size. It should have a Plague Doctor mask as its helmet. Make its eyes like glow purple or something. Make them glow green. Like a dark green. Blastoise Skull. There is a really weird noise outside right now? I have no clue what it is. What about Mimikyu? What about what would Mega Mimikyu? I think Mega Mimikyu would just be like, instead of having a Pikachu coat or costume, it'd be a Raichu. I think it'd be a cool way to do it. Ooh, or make it shed the disguise completely, like it's not hiding itself anymore. You know what I mean? That'd be another cool thing. Yeah. Make it so it's. I don't know if it would evolve because Mimikyu's already good enough that if it evolved, it'd get really, really strong. So make it have a Mega because that's like the next step, obviously. Should I have a buddy? Ooh, should it? Uh, Make it have a little Sableye buddy. Yeah, a little Sableye buddy would be kind of cool. Dude, I feel like I gotta blow my nose again. I don't really want to take an allergy pill or anything like that, but I might have to. Yeah, I gotta go do that. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm back. I might sound like a little congested. I just blew my nose a bunch and I took something that should help me with some congestion, so hopefully that works. For those of you that don't know, I have pretty bad allergies, one of them being to cats, and I live with a cat. So I understand that that's kind of self-imposed suffering, but whatever. I've learned to live with it. Literally. So yeah, I might be sniffling for a little bit because I just blew my nose a bunch, but I feel a little better. Let's get this Virizion, please. Oh, am I back? Can you guys hear me? Yes, okay, you got it. Perfect. Feeling it this time. I think this is our lucky shot. We'll see. We will see. So you think I put a skull whooper? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Poor whooper though. What did he do to warrant being turned into a skull? What evil did he commit? Yeah, if we don't get it today, I'll probably look into a different method just because we might have just gotten unlucky, but who knows? Maybe the method doesn't work. You looked at it too hard. Yeah. Look, sometimes I don't want to be looked at either. That sock looks shiny, I think. Okay. Please. Nope. Oh. A little sniffly, I apologize. I'm feeling it clear up, though. I'm starting to be able to breathe fully again. Maybe we'll try. Maybe we'll call. I'm gonna try maybe to go all the way back to this grass and see if that maybe works a little better. It doesn't really take a whole lot longer anyway. But that way we know we're 70 away for sure. Maybe we probably should have been doing that the whole time, but we will see. We will see. Hopefully we will see a shiny. Only time will tell. Tell me the bio after the stream. You mean like the comment after? Fair enough. That should work. I do read those, so. I bet it will. I'm excited to read it. Come on, Virizion. Be shiny. After this reset, we'll do one more and then call it a night, I think. Hopefully with a shiny. Hopefully with a buzzer beater shiny. But and pretty unlucky here at this point.
I wonder if we're going to hit double odds. Ooh, that would kind of suck. By the way, I had fun tonight. Got to talk about some cool stuff. Got to talk about Chipotle orders. We got to talk about some baseball a little. What else? Skull Whooper. We talk about Skull Whooper. Future Mega Evolution's regular show in Fortnite. All great topics of discussion. Hopefully we get to end it all off with a final shiny, but we will see. We will see. That'd be awesome. I can't believe our longest hunt was not only the last one, but the one I kind of cared about the least. That is so... There's some comedy in that. I'll tell you what, though, I'm looking forward to being done with this hunt. Whether it be because we ran out of time for the night or we got the shiny. Balloons Tower Defense 6 is calling my name right now, and I'm excited to play it. Okay, here we go. We'll do a check, reset, and then do one last donut. Oh, hold on. We can probably get one last cycle in. May as well. Okay, here we go. Please. Nope. Okay. The horse is a wordier. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Wordier is an interesting Pokemon. You know you can't evolve Stantler into Wordier in Scarlet Violet. I was a little surprised to find that out the other day. Bring back... What does that mean? I'm not following. Here we go. This is our last donut. We're going to do this and call it, so... Everyone send some shiny luck. For the night, at least. We'll be back to trying to get this at some point. Oh, Hisui. Yes. Yeah, I sent a... Actually, I was trying to evolve a shiny Stantler I'd caught into a Wordier, and I send it back to Legends Arceus. Evolved it there. It's an okay shiny. It's green, you know. Can't go wrong there. Live tomorrow? I don't know. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe and press the bell, and it'll tell you if I am. Because I don't really have a consistent stream schedule yet, and I don't really want to make one yet, because hoping soon have some pretty big changes to my kind of daily schedule. So if I make a schedule now, I don't know how long it's going to be around. So Once I kind of know for sure how my weeks look, I'll make a consistent schedule. But for now, it's kind of just press the bell and it'll let you know when I'm live. And if you're able to join, join. Otherwise, no worries. But yeah, our next Pokemon hunt, whenever that is, our next Pokemon stream, whenever that is, we'll be finishing this off. I was really hoping we'd get it today. Because I think the next stream might be No Man's Sky. I would want to play a little bit more of that. It's also a fun game. If you're here for the Pokemon stuff, you should check it out. No Man's Sky is a very fun game. They got some weird animals, kind of like Pokemon, you know? So that's space. Big fan of space. And it's a really pretty game, so the windows are not 2D in that game. Hey, almost done with this donut. Send some shiny luck. We got this. This will be it. I can feel it. This is going to be our shiny Virizion. I actually didn't say that. I did not say that. What did I say? Because we did talk about that. I actually probably wouldn't eat Lopunny or Gardevoir. I don't know if they'd... I don't know. I've never had rabbit before, and Gardevoir's kind of like a human, so I don't think I'd eat a human. I think that was your answer, actually. I think you were the one that said Lopunny and Gardevoir. Pretty sure. Yeah, Parker, why Lopunny? Why would you want to eat Lopunny? Any reason? Gardevoir is not a Kratos reference. I don't really know where Gardevoir's name comes from, but Gardevoir is just a woman. Like that's what it kind of is. So sometimes people are a little weird about it, like Parker here. Yeah, are you planning to do something with it, Parker? We got some questions in the chat. Here we go, our last check. And not shiny. Where is out of my hands? I don't know. Probably playing Roblox. That's what he does. Okay, but I'm gonna call this here. I'm gonna call the stream here. I might literally watch tomorrow. I'll keep that in mind. We'll see how I feel. We'll see. It'd be nice to stream, but sometimes I need a day or two off, you know. But I'm gonna call it here. Thank you guys for all showing up to the stream. I apologize. We were not successful in getting the shiny. First time ever. Very unfortunate. But that just means we get to do it again. You know, we get to do some more shiny on some other time. Make sure to subscribe and press the bell so that when I'm streaming again, whether it be Virizion or anything else, you're notified. Be great to have you guys back around. So I had a lot of fun tonight. I hope you guys did too, but I'm going to call it. Thank you guys all for watching, and have a good night. See you guys later.